Muerte is awesome because he uses audio for everything and he doesn't really use much MIDI. He likes to make bass leads with just random acapellas and vocals, and I'm going to show you guys how to do that today. This is the first installment of the Muerte series. There's going to be lots of bangers coming soon. If you guys want this full project and all the sounds involved, that'll be in my Patreon, so you guys can get that in the description. Otherwise, follow along so you can see how we make this sound. Check it out. And welcome if you haven't been here already. We make sound design tutorials. We cover all the things we need for heavy bass music. So we're going to listen to what we have here. I have a sub written. It's just in D. And then we have some drums going as well. If you get an acapella, like any of these.
Get the bag and fumble it. I get the bag and flip it and tumble. You get the bag.
So you can get an acapella, right? Throw it in.
You get the bag and fumble it. I get the bag and flip it and tumble it.
Okay, cool. So basically what we want to do is we want to warp it. We want to go to texture. And then we're going to pitch it down. Now if we pitch it down, we want to find like a spot that we like. So I like this, the fum. That section right there. Fumble. Fum. Alright, cool. So we'll get this section. Fum. It's right here with our sub. So then after we get this, we basically would add this to our mid layer. Now this mid layer is a huge rack that is basically the Muerte rack. We're not going to get into this right now. We're going to get into this in the next video. But basically this rack has OTT, saturators, chorus, disperser, used in parallel, wet and dry. And then we have an amp and EQ to clean it up with a clipper at the end. So we're just having a mid layer and a high layer, right? But we're getting this vocal, regular audio, throwing it in the mid layer. Sounds like this. We can start fading it. Make our own little sample. Now we want to kind of make a pattern. I'm going to solo this sub too. Pitch this one down. All the other ones stay where they were. Okay, cool. Maybe I want this to repeat. Okay, so I like this pattern that I made, but we need the sub to match it. If you want, you could easily just duplicate this, consolidate this, right click, convert drums to new MIDI. And then now you have the MIDI right here. And then you can basically use this for the sub MIDI, or you could just match the sub pattern. Now I'm using this just in regular MIDI for the sub and then audio for the regular track. And then I'm looking at this little arrow at the top to see exactly where I am. I can easily, make my sound and match the sub to how long I want it to be. You can make these shorter. And then we can simply just copy the same notes to the similar patterns. And we're just looking up here, looking at these arrows while we're moving left and right. We can simply just... And then we match this up to the... Move it again. If you see over here too, this is all delayed 30 milliseconds. Muerte likes to delay a lot. Sub is delayed as well. So that's the mid layer. But now we want to basically add this to the high layer. And the high layer is similar, OTT, reverb, a transient shaper, an EQ, cutting out a lot of lows and some highs, and a clipper. And that clipper is pumped significantly. Then we can use this to actually add a nice high layer. So off, on. As you see, I've made this straight up from scratch on the fly as I'm showing you, and we're coming up with something decent right away. So you could definitely get good results. Now what you can do is highlight all these sections. First, double click one of the clips, highlight all the sections, and you'll see that we can mess with all of them now. We can unwarp it and then start pitching down and make new sounds with this high layer. I like that, a -27, that's awesome. Let's try a different way. Woo! Woo! So many sick. And then if you want, you could warp it again, keep that timing. We could go beats, we can go this one, transients, and we can move this down to start, you know, messing with the transients. So if we don't want it to be as long, we could shorten it up. And clean it up. Yeah. Yes. Ooh, but that's how we do it. That's how we get down. I hope you enjoyed this. This is how we really manipulate audio in Ableton. You could just, you know, start touring festivals without even using MIDI, really, because that's what Tynan's been doing. That's what Muerte's been doing. So you guys get experimental, get creative, have fun. If you guys like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Lots coming soon. We're going to learn how to get crazy. You guys are awesome. Thanks for the support. Have a good night. Peace out.